Hello, all of you wonderful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Starlight New Dawn Scar, Chapter 3, Episode 27, Forgotten Providence. This is one of our Pokemon Tabletop RPG campaigns being run with our custom Scar system, or Stories and Creatures in Alternate Realities. It is in open playtest and available through our Discord, so you all can go check it out and let us know what you think of it and enjoy. We do have Rdyjin here doing art this evening. You'll see him after the beginning art scroll. And otherwise, we'll go ahead and get into it with introductions, starting with Taldarius.
Hello, I am Taldarius, and I will be the storyteller for Starlight New Dawn tonight. I'll play the allies, I'll play the enemies, and I'll play everything in between. The only thing I won't be playing are wonderful player characters, and my question for my wonderful player characters tonight is if your character could go to a buffet that had every single type of food, what would they go for first?
Hello, I'm Werenimal, and I'm playing Amos the Growlithe, who is a fire type, fluffy boy who does all the crime. And I think Amos would probably... I'm trying to remember if there's any food that he had that he really liked.
Well, if they don't have a favorite that they know, just what would catch their eye the most as they were going by?
Probably, if someone had like tacos or something spicy, or like we'd probably go for spicier foods, like maybe like
jalapeno.
jalapeno. Yeah, you know, something made with like peppers and stuff. Maybe like a curry he would go for, or something like that.
Understandable.
So I would think like Amos would want to go for something spicy.
Also, a certain red panda has also put in an interesting thing of just whatever someone else has on their plate.
True.
Amos?
If Amos sees that someone else got something that he thinks looks good, he would probably steal it off their plate.
But that was my burger.
Well, it's Amos's burger now, and Amos is putting some peppers upon the burger.
Amos is a crime type. Hi, I'm Aurum, and I play Argus, the scaredy cat rock dragon tyrant, who is now very crafty and very angry at people. And he would go straight to make the most glorious giant sandwich in the world, because he wants to make a big, giant, cartoon-sized Scooby and Shaggy sandwich. And then regret it because he's still trying to diet so he can fly.
Understandable.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Seda, and I play Dart, the Steel Ground Rockruff. Burger milkshake. Delicious. Got everything you need on it, and it's nice and quick. It has to be a chocolate milkshake.
Yes.
Bacon cheeseburger.
I am Razim, and I am playing as Jet, the Ghost Electric type rockruff. As for what he'd go for, the most long-lasting things he could find, and try to hide away as much of it as he can to take with him.
MRE's got it.
Yes, those would be perfect.
MREs are really good.
They are.
Depends on the MRE, but most of
Most
them are.
MREs are very good.
I like the beef stew MRE. Mine came with a chocolate bar.
And the Vector.
Hello, my name is Medina Wolf. I play as, also known as Avi. I play as Vector, the water-flying rockruff. Come on, I'm sure everyone knows exactly what I'm going for. Vector knows. We all know. I'm going for the fishies. I'm going for the sushi. Just human.
My surprise is immeasurable. You understand that, right?
The
Why would-
fishies are tasty, and also that like the little rice, like the ones like that has like rice on top. They're like fluffy little like rice clouds, and you get to eat all of them. Nom, 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 nom. Tasty fishy.
Why would you want to eat a fishy? That's cannibalism. You're a fishy puppy.
It's a fish eat fish world, and I am top fish.
There's always a bigger fish.
There's always a
that-
bigger fish.
Does that mean the bucket's above you since it's trying to eat your head?
No, I wear it as a trophy.
Oh, you're above buckets. You've defeated.
I remember, I am the bucket lord.
The bucket is his crown.
All right. And do we have any of the volunteers for recappy?
Unfortunately, I was not here last time.
I missed last week, so I'm kind of brain dead. I remember throwing a tantrum.
You did throw a tantrum. That is correct. I will say one person in particular did have a fair amount of character moments.
The tepig.
No, I'm good with what you need doing the recap.
Oh.
Directly under the bus, Werny.
Ernie, would you like the notes?
Yeah.
Passes the notebook along.
Sorry, I just came back from a photo shoot. Apparently, the guild needed someone to test. So
There's a test. I haven't been studying.
just imagine it's for like the calendar for the the Starlight calendar. Sorry, it's very. Go ahead.
Yes, introducing the Starlight seasonal calendar.
We
I'm-
need a picture of the Alakazam busting a hole through dimensions and the puppy's just staring at it in shock.
I mean,
I
I was
Genuinely.
I was definitely going to be gunning for Lifeguard Vector for the July.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
Inner
just
tube dart with
take a
like,
quick
three
look at
floaties.
these
Jet-
notes.
Jet only shows up for the 4th or the 29th of February. And, well, it's not a leap year, so Jet doesn't exist.
What
No,
about
no.
Halloween? You
was
could
gonna
be
say
our
Jack-
Halloween spoopy pup.
Yeah, Jet goes for October.
I need to see a dart with 3 inner tube rings and wings on every limb, but double the amount. And still slowly sinking.
He's not trying to swim, he's just going through exposure therapy.
Amos comes along and pushes you in.
Ah!
At least you didn't pop your inner tubes.
Okay. Let's get this recap done. Alright, so last time on Starlight New Dawn, Jonathan is awake, kind of, and we try to catch him up with what little that we know, at least. We find out that no one was running the town in his absence, and basically the inhabitants were just, doing whatever to get by, which included doing a bit of crime. We go to their farm because we decided to go check out, what's going on with their farm. We found a burnt storehouse or little farm building, and we find out after a little bit of investigation that someone salted they basically salted the earth, literally salted the earth, all the farmland, so it couldn't grow food, and then burnt the farm building on purpose. Look like after Amos did a little bit of investigation on it, and Amos was kind of trying to figure out who would do such a thing, so he was trying to do a little bit of a detective work going on here. And Dart and Sen, while Amos was, in Argus, and Jet were going around the farm, Dart and Sen went to a field a little bit far away to look for alternate plots. They found an area that would work, but wasn't, the greatest. And they found what could be a ruin, and started heading back to let us know of that. Meanwhile, Amos, while in the burnt out building, has a bit of a moment and remembers how Amos died, which was he was basically ratted out on a job and betrayed and burnt alive inside of a building by someone. And Amos basically kind of zones the fuck out and stares at a wall for a little bit, leaving Jet very confused.
And that's
And
the
then-
swear jar.
Oopsie daisy. And then Amos and Dart go out, and Amos kind of talks to Dart a little bit about what he remembered. And that was where we left off.
Pretty much, yeah. Anyone have anything to add? Little details? Things that might have been missed?
Argus launched a pig into a wall, and then the pig dragged him towards the river.
That was technically the session before.
Oh. That's how much I've forgotten.
Yep, because Argus last session was playing Stardew Valley.
Polgo shovel!
Yeah.
But we pretty much identified two potential options. There is a plot of land a little bit further from the farm that could be used for farming, though not as good, but still high quality. And this salted farm plot, which seems very intentionally sabotaged, would need a lot of work and basically flooding to get rid of the salt. So there was going to be no easy fix to the food situation here. Then yeah, strangeness in this strange, almost ruined kind of chapel of sorts. So what will we say with the farm? What will we find in this strange building? Is it actually a ruin or not? Can anyone else hug Amos?
How many ghosties will we have to murder?
Maybe I will puppy hug
wha-
Amos if I must.
And why is
Oh, wow,
Vector so
wow, wow.
cute?
Ah. Wow.
So good lord, I'm on 73 pages of session notes.
Yeah, I was looking through oh my god, this is a lot of detailed notes.
Well, it's been since you joined the game, so. All right. So, in that case, Amos, you have just had your conversation with Dart about things.
Yes.
What would the both of you like to do?
I would say head back to the farm plot.
Yep. And probably head back to the the burnout building where I left Jet.
All right. You guys did walk a little bit away, but not too far. Just kind of like more towards the outskirts. So it wouldn't exactly be a hard trek back or anything.
I do want to ask as well, where would I be?
I'm imagining that Vector probably went to go and scout out like any other, if there's like any other, like, you know, fields or anything of that nature around that could be checked out later. Because I feel like that's something useful that he probably would have done. What do you think?
I mean, I guess the question is, do we, while I was moving there, did Vector notice that this, like, with everything like the salted, you know, everything like that as well?
Oh yeah, like, well, he probably would have been caught up. Because everyone was very informed about the whole salt thing.
Yeah, because I would assume because that Vector is a water type, he could probably do that. I would say probably, for maybe a little bit of comedic purposes, we could just say Vector got a little lost in the woods and he just got back.
Just got back. Normally you just would have been grabbed by Shade, but Shade is like effectively clear across like an entire area right now. So.
Gotcha. Or like, yeah, or that just like, you know, like like Shade wanted to do something, you know, wanted to do something, because I would assume that because I'm a water type as well, I feel like Vector would have at least attempted to try to see if he can help desalinate it.
Yeah. So the whole desalination thing, you could definitely attempt to help with that. The problem is that it's an entire field, and it's actually not on the top of the soil. It's actually been put a little bit down, so that way it messes up the roots, which is why the whole flooding thing got mentioned.
Gotcha.
You'd effectively have to like erode a large portion of it and attempt to wash out like a bunch of it with the whole water in order to desalinate it.
Okay, so
that way
we're essentially needing a lot of water.
Yeah, which you are next to the river, so if you can find a way to like get that to flood somehow, that would definitely be a solution.
Gotcha.
But a little bit of water, while it would help clear out like certain areas a little bit, it wouldn't fix like the entire field, because this is like an entire field.
Gotcha.
But if you want to do like water stuff as like proof of concept to prove yes you can actually fix like small portions of it, then you know.
Yeah, I do want to try to like experiment to see what would like maybe like with a small section of plot, just to see like, oh, how like should we like you know, essentially like maybe like with my paw kind of like grabbing a little bit, making like dig little trenches or something like that. You know what I mean? So that should kind of build like a system.
Yeah. You could basically like intentionally trying to make like a little irrigation system to wash out stuff a little bit deeper down.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, I think I'd ask for. There's a couple different options here. I would definitely see survival as a good one for that. In order to do the thing. There are some other options though, in case you want to ask for anything in particular.
I'm kind of thinking here is, can I do body logic and I know this is going to be a perception, because this is just for me to like, this is more or less of like analyzing like, because this isn't like the whole thing, this is just like a proof of concept. I'm just kind of perceiving like what would be the best way to, to perceive like what would be the best way to, to essentially see if there's a way we can systemize, the transport, like get that water.
Okay.
Right.
In that case, are you trying to notice things, or are you trying to what's the word for it? Or are you trying to interpret? Because for noticing things, that would definitely be a perception. If you just want to like notice like details and then make a plan.
Yeah, like to
those
know like maybe
details.
this would work or maybe that would work, just to see.
Yeah.
Like,
So in order to notice base details, that would be perception. If you want to figure out things for later that you could do, that would be more of like a survival kind of thing to realize,
survival.
oh, hey, this is what I would do to fix this.
Mm.
So perception would
about-
definitely be basically if you want to notice like base problems and think about it more later. That's
Okay, gotcha. What about academics? Would academics be also?
Academics would be more in case you had like information on hand and you were going to try and research.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm researching on that. You know what? Yeah, I'll still try it. I'll still try it for the
other ones that would be acceptable would be something like appraise or maybe like investigation to see if there's more things you could trudge up about it. But
yeah, I can. Yeah, I'll go with investigation. Yeah, I think that's fair. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7.
Ooh,
Oh,
first
that
roll
is-
of the session going pretty well. Obviously, it's because you didn't use any of your luck last session, so it rolled over.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's rollover.
It's just roll over.
So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hold on, wait. 12? Is that a 12?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, that is a 12.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Are you sure you don't want a willpower? It might be a bit low.
A bit low? I mean, 12.
Avi,
Yeah,
he is trying to trick you.
Yeah,
I was saying a joke.
It went whoosh.
All right. So with that, you decided on the undoing investigation, right?
Yes.
All right. With that, you would notice that it is not exactly evenly spread throughout the entire thing. It seems more like intentionally like salt pockets were made, and then a ground type move was used to then like spread it out from that location. Which means that likely there are also some amount of like pockets still left underneath that were like, where it didn't get spread out properly, or that there might be actually at least a couple of different like channels and things that might have been made from this process, where you think that if you do have a good way to apply at least a decent constant stream, and you sort of like dig channels in those locations, that would probably be the best way to flood it with the least amount of water in order to fix things.
Gotcha. Can I get like a stick or something like that to like mark? Like, am I able to like kind of figure out like, am I able to see those kinds of concentrated areas, or
you're not really able to? It's basically because you did mention you were going to be digging through things to try and find things.
Gotcha. Actually,
so you
is
digging
Dart still here?
Yes.
Dart.
Well, Dart's like over on like the edge of things, but yeah.
Argus still has a stick to help too.
Yes.
Victor is just kind of like thinking for a while. He's just kind of like seeing like how that like towards the farm, and he kind of like notices the essentially he's like unevenly spread out, right? Like there's different concentrations. Some isn't really concentrated.
Yeah, and you only really notice this because in your investigations you ended up digging directly in one of those spots and found like a ton of salt, while in other locations there was not as much. So you sort of poked around at that for a while, and this is what you concluded.
I'm gonna quickly run up to Dart, and I'm gonna tell him. I kind of like. I assume like everyone's in the group, like everyone's like grouped up, right?
They are all somewhere on the farm, at least.
Okay.
Argus
Gotcha.
is like dragging a stick across to like try and scrape things.
Okay.
Jet, I believe, was still inside the burned out building, but yeah,
Jet was going to be talking. Originally, it was Argus, Jet, and what's their faces? The NPCs that were going to talk with Sin and get brought up to speed by Sin, but well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, we'll just say that Sin does bring you guys up to speed.
So, I'm gonna call everyone. I'm gonna like try to like quickly like gather everyone. Essentially, I'm gonna gather everyone here, and I'm just and if you want to, just like so I can like do like a bit of a huddle essentially. So I'm just like guys, come here for a second. Come here a second.
What's up, Vector?
Yeah. So I was kind of digging around. I kind of noticed something about the way this was handled. And he's kind of like showing out, like he's gonna like point out like the parts that he digged in. And it's just like I noticed that like some of the areas that was salted here is actually a bit uneven. So I was thinking, I don't know exactly where, but I know I was able to get a few. But Dart, would you be able to use your ground sense to tell maybe if you can? I don't know how strong is your ground sense is, but would you be able to notice like salt? I know because there's been some of them is concentrated, some of them isn't. So I'm wondering if maybe you can detect the differences between. I would if this is how it works, that is, please tell me, Dart. Um, wouldn't you be able to tell the minerals between like the heavier concentration of like salt? Wouldn't that be like something you can sense?
Dart's gonna raise a paw under his chin and ponder for a moment, like, I could give it a try.
Dart,
Not
you would
su-
know that you are able to like detect like inconsistencies, but unless it's a big one, it's
Yeah. It's like,
It doesn't need to be every single thing, but as long as we can hit like the bigger stuff, that I think that would help a lot.
I mean, I would imagine the salt might be different enough from the ground that I might be able to pick it up, but I'm still getting the handle on this, but I can give it a shot.
Yeah, let's give that a shot. And I'm thinking,
Could you take me to one of the salt spots?
yeah. And then like Vector's like gonna like so like he's excited. He's like wagging his tail. He's like hopping over to like one of the spots that he dug up. Just like, yeah, if you stand right here, this is very much more it feels like it's more concentrated.
And Dart's gonna kind of like give a couple, firm taps on the ground with his paw to try to like start getting a feel of like how does the salt kind of react to his tremor sense.
all right. Go ahead and roll me a perception. And as you are on one of the more concentrated spots, go ahead and take a +1.
Coolio. I'll do a mind instinct for this one.
All right, understandable. All right. So, with a 4, you can tell that it's very faint. It is not exactly like the most recognizable one, but the bigger tell is that like whatever process they used from whatever they did with the ground type move, that's left a little bit more of a mark to your senses than the actual salt does. So You're not the best at figuring out exactly where the salt is, but you can tell where they messed with the ground.
Dart's going to kind of shake his head a little bit. It's like, it is. That's faint.
Hmm.
I can tell they churned up the ground, and that's a bit easier to sense, so maybe we could work off of that?
It would be, because this will kind of make it a little bit easier to tell how much we want to flood it. And kind of looking at the farm and the kind of like the surrounding area, I don't know if it will be a good idea to flood it too much here, since it will probably do a lot more damage. But given the fact that we kind of have a good sense how much we can, that actually we should be able to actually save the actually most of the soil here before eroding, essentially washing it out too much here. Is there a you said there was a nearby river, right? Can you show me how far it is?
I'm assuming the farm plot is right next to the river.
The river is almost directly next to it. Not literally next to quite, but it is very, very close.
Okay.
We could also like border in the farm plot, like making the base of a house frame, and then the water wouldn't escape the farm plot area, and would only be in that area.
We can like try to funnel it for a little bit. Argus, would you be able to build something like that?
Argus will salute.
I guess what we could also do as well, Jet, I guess what we can also do as well, would you be able to kind of let, if there's any other, if they have any other people, or they can help with us building kind of like a funnel to kind of like get the salted area out, that would actually be really useful as well. So then also we can actually probably do this pretty quickly too.
I just need a bunch of people with sharp claws to cut down trees.
Do you think that would be possible, Jet?
Sorry, what was that? Rex just got home.
No worries. I was just asking, like, you know, I assume Jet is like also like working with like the residents still, right? Like with the farm.
So Jet was actually kind of investigating the little storage shed. He hadn't actually helped with the farm at all yet.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And then he was also told about the potential other location that we could set up, and he's kind of intrigued about that.
I was just kind of I kind of want to ask if Jet can ask them if we could save, if there may be a possibility to save the farm if they want to, would they be able to help us? Because more hands would help.
Well, I definitely think we could look into that. At the least, having multiple farms probably would not be a bad idea for them.
Exactly. So not only will we be able to help them build another farm, we'll actually be able to save this one as well. And knowing, I believe I kind of know how much water we just need as well.
Well, I'd say, yeah, we should go for it and ask them and see what if they will help.
If not, we could do it alone. It'll just take longer, and we still need to figure out the rune thingy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and and obviously, I think the faster they can, I'm sure they probably want to have the farm up and running as soon as possible too. So, hoping that might be enough to convince them to come and help out as well.
Well, I'd say let's go talk with them. They're right over there.
Vector's gonna be Vector is very excited for this. Very excited for this project. He's very invested now. He's very much tip-tapping his way over. Well, let's go ahead and give him the news. Vector's gonna start like making his way over.
Dart's gonna follow.
Argus is following while thinking of ways to build a wall around the garden that holds water.
All right. So it sounds like pretty much everyone is going over.
Yee.
All right. In that case, as a group, you guys are going to approach Susanna and Jonathan, who seem to be like half in the middle of like a discussion about what all is going on with things, although not exactly the most conclusive sounding answers on their part.
So yeah, so Vector's gonna like tippy tap. He's gonna like kind of like he's just kind of see he can just kind of like see if they're available for talk. So it's like, so Susanna, I'm sorry, what was the other person's name? Jonathan. So Susanna, Jonathan. So I believe there might be a way to save the farm. It only depends on it. What most likely I'm gonna have to ask of you is probably some help.
Oh wait, you're not a fixings?
Yeah. So we noticed. Yeah. So we noticed that the.
I'm sorry. I heard you. It sounded like you said soap, and I'll play.
Wait, what?
In response to them asking, you know how to fix things? Yeah, soap.
Yeah, with soap. We're gonna wash the.
Just get a bunch of shampoo and just flood the
shampoo. Flood it with shampoo.
We're gonna wash the salt out.
We're gonna wash it out. No. So we noticed something about the way they salted the farm. And we were actually able to find. We were actually essentially because of that. We noticed that there was some. Mostly that some of them is concentrated only in certain parts, but it's not distributed throughout the entire farm. So we don't have to. So I'm thinking is that if we can concentrate on some of the water over there, we should be able to actually be able to save most and pretty much get the farm up and running as well a little bit sooner than expected. So all we just have to do is just focus on essentially flooding it for a while on those concentrated parts. That should be able to make the soil actually usable again. Though the only thing is that we're gonna need some, like I said, help on getting essentially things built and help in essentially funneling out the salt, from that soil. It shouldn't be too much. So the amount of water that we're going to be using shouldn't be too much to destroy the soil or have to do it more intensive works. But honestly, but thinking about it, we might be able to get this going.
All right. So I made some rolls for the both of them. They were definitely listening to you. And they were absolutely trying to follow along. But they are going to kind of just give you a look to each other. And Jonathan's just gonna, okay, just let me know what I need to do. With Susanna nodding.
Well,
We need
I
to build
guess-
a frame around the garden. So, lots of trees. Lots of wood.
and essentially what we're also going to do is that we're probably going to need to get some sort of I want to say a mill, but like essentially redirect some of the river be kind of from downstream, and essentially have that move, essentially going through a path to move some of that water to help flood out some of the to flood out the salt, essentially.
So we need to make a small dam. Trees will help with that too.
Exactly. So we may need to help. We need to cut down a few trees, and well, we're gonna need a force to carry.
All right. Well, we don't have a lot of mons that'll be good at the whole physical labor thing, but certainly get a couple of them, I think.
Hey, any help is, any help makes the work easier.
I know where to put things and how to build things, but I'm not very good at the carrying things. I got these little arms.
And then what I can do, I can probably start digging a little bit of kind of like a pathway to like a ditch pathway in the field, so essentially the water can go focus on the more concentrated in the salt area. So essentially we can help me, so it's able to kind of wash that out, essentially. More importantly, get that washed out. And yeah,
And,
pretty much.
and I could try to find where the pockets of salt are to help clear things out.
Oh yeah, that would be actually good too. The more accurate, sorry, I am Vector's wagging his tail very excitingly. I'm sorry, I'm just really excited for this. But yeah, no, that's perfect.
Susanna is just gonna go ahead and set down Jonathan because has kind of just been carrying Jonathan this entire time. Prop him up like against a tree, and then start sprinting towards the town.
Victor's just gonna see Susanna just run.
If we stir up the dirt too, like digging through it, it should help, get all the bad things out, all the salt.
Yeah. And then what we can also do is, well, we can probably make a little opening on the other side of the field, just so it doesn't get too flooded.
That way it just runs through it.
Yeah, exactly.
But we'll need to make it an opening that we can close, otherwise it'll just go right directly through and not hit the whole field. So, a gate.
Oh, is there a gate around here? Do you know if you have a gate here?
We can
Do you
make
think
one.
Oh.
We just need the wood, because I know how to build a house frame, and we're basically just building the bottom part of it, and then we just have areas for 2 doors.
So yeah, well, what do you? Honestly, it shouldn't. Yeah, once we just have that flooded, we just let it. We just let the water do the thing, and we just drain it out, and there we go. We got the farm saved.
We can do it.
No, do you know where Susanna just ran off to?
Oh, probably to just start grabbing people.
Victor just nods like, fair. Go ahead, Dart.
I'm not going to distrust her methods.
Hopefully she explains things before grabbing them this time.
Yeah. Well, either way, you know the plan, and everyone knows the plan.
I definitely know the plan.
Mm-hmm. So hopefully, if that is the case, at least we'll give them the quick brief down.
just imagining that, like, if this was an actual show, it just would have, like, after Jonathan said that, it just would have pointed at him, like, with the arrow thing, and went critical lack of understanding. Because he tried to listen. He tried to understand. You guys were certainly saying words to him.
Sorry. My Vector's brain just, like, lit up of, I know water. I know what water can do. Let's do
You
this.
just gotta remember, these are effectively uneducated teenagers.
I'm just imagining just like Vector's explaining this whole technical concepts about, you know, irrigation for farming, and you're just seeing Jonathan's perspective and seeing the text bubble slowly transition to just rockruff, rockruff.
Mhm.
Just slowly starts covering up other text boxes that he's still trying to read. Like, no, wait, hey, I need this one. Out of game, I know what you're understanding. It's just that Jonathan definitely doesn't.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Oh yeah. It's
He has no clue.
It's okay. We can figure it out.
hmm But yeah, I guess now we just sit and wait, and well, once everyone's here, we just get to it.
And Dart's gonna raise up and be like, well, I might as well get to starting out to try to find where these pockets are, if there's any more.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
I'll
I-
start drawing up a thingy to put around the thingy. Yeah,
Mhm.
that made sense.
All right.
We're going to build a house on a farm. It's a farmhouse. I'm sorry. It went through my head and I can't stop.
Farmhouse in the middle of the field. Farmhouse. You're welcome, internet.
Mhm.
I'm not sorry.
Don't be. It was glorious.
Dart's gonna like go off to like one of the corners of the field and just start using tremor sense and trying to figure out, hey, where is all this stuff, if you can pick it up at all.
All right. For this, you're going to be searching around instead of being actively led to the thing, so I'm going to call for an investigation. You do know what you're trying to feel for, though, so go ahead and take +2 dice. And in that +2 dice lies the 10. Nice. All right, that's a 5 currently.
That is indeed a 5.
Alrighty. With that 5, you will notice that it's not exactly a uniform distribution method. They didn't like go a certain amount of distance and then put another one, and then go a certain amount and put another one. But it does tend to follow, like, vaguely in this area, okay, there's only going to be one because you found this one. Which means that you go off and you try and find, like, the next sort of areas one, and eventually you find it, and you know that there's not going to be another one there because they didn't put them too close to each other. And that sort of helps you know generally where one should be, and if you don't find one there, you realize that you're probably just missing it. So you don't know where all of them are, but you do know where most of them are and where the rest about should be.
Yeah, and as Dart goes along and like discovers where one roughly is, he's just going to like use his claw just to put like a little bit of an X on the ground.
Yep.
About roughly how much has he found?
So you'll find enough to realize that they definitely overused some salt. Like, they did not use as much salt as they technically needed to. If they like, they were putting some of these at least fairly close together. So you would know that there is like, on the ones you found, you've probably found around like 20 something of them, of these locations. And that there should be no more than about 30. So you've probably found like 80-90% of them.
Dart, after going through the exercise, can just make his way back. He's like, well, I think I found most of them.
Honestly, if we could, as long as we're finding a lot of them and we can just get those washed out, I think even a small percentage should be okay. But yeah, we will try to get as much as we can here. But yeah,
I can give it another shot later, because they didn't bring it uniform, but there's definitely a couple spots that I didn't find anything, and I want to look over again.
Mm-hmm. No, that's fine. I mean, I'll start like kind of like Vector said, kind of start like drawing like little shallow channels just so like the water can flow a little bit easier to those concentrated areas. Like it's like that's all right. Let me just start kind of like digging these small channels just so like the water can like go through there, like go to those concentrated areas faster.
Dart, you want to help me dig holes around the thingy, the farm? I
Sure.
have an idea. If we dig a ditch all the way around the farm, we can just roll the trees in, and the trees themselves can be the wall. That way we don't have to do fancy cutting.
I'm sitting here trying to figure out where Jet could even be useful on this.
You can help me dig.
Yeah, actually,
I'm fairly certain that with his electric typing, the idea of digging probably is very unappealing.
And it'll help Jet feel grounded.
That's not good.
I guess what you can do as well, when we get there as well, we can start you should, if you don't mind, you could probably help coordinate the essentially the people who are coming over here. We do need to have some sort of organization, and we do definitely need something management on that.
So Jet gets to be the guy on the side of the road watching the one guy actually doing the work.
Well,
you get to tell us to do the work.
Yeah.
You're the guy who gets paid more to sit and watch us do the work.
Oh God. Management. What cruel fate have you assigned to poor Jet?
You could help them roll trees over, because the trees are going to be heavy.
He could probably help with that at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Except his body is terrible.
Well, you just need to get your tail stuck in one and start walking. Drag it behind you. The whole tree.
I guess we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
But yes. Eventually, Susanna would come back with someone who she is going to summarily carefully place directly on the ground, and then run off.
Wait, is she just gonna carry everyone over one by one?
It's Susanna. Does that really surprise you?
Jonathan did say, hopefully she explains things to people before grabbing them.
I don't think she's explaining it.
Okay, Dart's gonna walk up to what kind of Pokemon are we looking at?
You see what appears to be a wow, I forgot the name. I had this person on plan.
Oh, they're missing null.
No. Anyway, how do I forget what a sand shrew is? It's a sand shrew. I just straight up had like a brain moment where I'm like, wait, I like this Pokemon. This Pokemon is one of my favorites. Why can I not remember it? It's a Sandshrew.
Sandshrew is perfect.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just couldn't remember it.
Sandshrew can actually do like the whole job himself. He's got sharp claws for cutting trees. He's got digging skills. He's good. They can curl up into a ball and go into water. If you watch season 1 of the anime. I'm special.
And they're just like blinking confusedly.
We're gonna fix the farm. We need your help.
Okay. Susanna just kind of grabbed me and then started sprinting, so...
Dart's gonna just let his head down, just sigh. We're gonna have to do this multiple times, aren't we?
You're in charge.
Okay. Okay, so the basics of the plan is that the soil of the farm, got messed up. We need to wash it out. We need to get a lot of wood, dig a couple trenches, and flush out the salt in the soil. I'm guessing the best thing we need right now is just to chop down some trees.
You know what, Dart? I'll go ahead and take care of explaining to everybody that stuff while, so you don't have to. I can at least do that.
Okie dokie.
Mm-hmm.
And Jet will just kind of sit there and wait for the next one to be brought over by Susanna so he can explain it and direct them somewhere.
We want to get big, thick trees, and we want to build a trench that's like half the size of the tree, so that way it sinks in halfway around the garden. And Argus is like pointing around the garden as he speaks. He's very animate with his tiny hands.
All right. So the next one that gets brought over is a trapinch.
Oh. There's so many diggy.
Jet's
Basically, the only thing from this that Susanna understood was, we're going to be digging, and so, yeah.
Each one that gets brought over, Jet's just going to explain, it got salted, it needs to be cleaned out, we need trees, we're going to be running water through here, we need digging, etc., and then just pointing them off to whatever current task it looks like people are working on.
All right. So, I think that the best way to go about this now is, basically just assume that you guys are going to get fairly useful Pokemon for the tasks you have described, at least the basics of them.
Yay!
So, like, you know, for the whole you're going to be digging thing, there's some ground types that are brought over. For the whole we need trees cut down, there's going to be some that have, like, very sharp claws. Some of them have both.
Like Sandshrew, because he is the best at everything.
True. And that is pretty much what how this is going to go and what you guys are going to get.
So, Aurum has confirmed that Sandshrew is better than Weasel. Got it.
Oh, you're funny. See, Sandshrew might be the best at everything, but Weasel is the besterest at everything. He's got 2 whole tiers above. Argus will take command of half the diggy guys and start building the trench around it. Or around the farm. A nice square trench to fit trees in. You can't quote that!
I just did. Get quoted, nerd.
Also, weasels do not... I will fight you all with my dino powers.
I am sure they will be fearsome.
They are fearsome dino powers. Fear me.
But yes, what were you doing?
I am taking like half the D guys, because I know Vector needs some of them. So I'm taking half of them and digging a trench around the farm so that we can roll trees into, so the trees can be like the blockade. And if they're rolled into it, then the water won't just push them out.
Okay, so basically, dig trench, put tree inside of trench. To
And then we have wall.
all right. Go ahead and roll me. You're directing them to do this, right?
I am directing, yes.
Roll presence for leadership.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no. I'm stalling that one after I You know what? I'm just gonna willpower at this point.
The moment you said you were gonna soul the one immediately, I was just immediately thinking, all right, that 10's rolling a 1. It's true combo time. And then it did.
And I'll soul that one. There we go. So that'll be
That'll be
5.
5. All right. With a 5, you will be able to competently direct all of these mons into doing what you want. It does take them a little bit, and you know, there is at least some grumbling about it, because this is obviously not exactly the most fun kind of work to be doing. They're effectively hacking down trees and then just dragging them into like trenches.
It's gonna work out. Trust me. We're gonna fix the farm with this.
Now they will do it. I'm just saying that they are grumbling slightly. They're being little grumblers.
Argus is trying to cheer on that.
Yeah. And they are
Actually,
continuing to do the work.
Since I'm kind of done here, I would not mind helping out Argus, help pushing some of the pushing up the trees there.
All right. In that case, if you want to help with that part, give me an athletics.
All right, here we go. 4, 6, 7, 8.
I know this is like one of your best rolls, but it does not change the fact that this is what will be called for.
I need to put more points on random things.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9. That's a 9.
All right, with a 9, oh yeah, you're moving those trees. They did get some rope systems set up, so you're able to pretty easily get like those kind of like attached to yourself, and you are able to start moving.
Move them tweez.
You're moving some trees.
Just imagining like this tiny little rockruff just like pushing giant trees.
It's more pulling, but yes.
Yeah, pulling, but yeah.
All right. Does anyone else have anything in particular they want to be doing to aid in this process, or any process in relation to this?
I need someone who can build a gate, because I do not have a blueprint for gate.
Chet will attempt to doodle out a blueprint for a gate.
Understood.
At least provided, Argus is actually letting Jet know that, or Jet overhears that, or something along those lines.
I am letting you know, Argus does not know how to make gates.
Okay.
If you want, you could also get an assist from Argus on the whole him telling you like sort of like what he wants and needs.
Yeah, I'll gladly assist. It just needs to be a gate that can prevent water from going in and can be moved. Probably up or down would be best.
Okay.
I don't know.
How much do you have in craft?
Me, I have 3 points.
All right, take 3 extra dice.
Okay.
None of them are useful.
You can solo one.
I mean,
if you wanna donate, you're assisting with the roll, which means you could soul one of his ones.
I used all my soul.
also, 5 successes is still really good.
Fair.
Yep.
I'm just gonna stick with the 5.
All right. With 5 successes, now you definitely are able to figure out, with some help from what he's actually got in mind for this whole project, you are able to figure out pretty much how most of this should work, and get that jotted down onto a blueprint that is actually pretty legible. Now, the actual design of this is, again, pretty decent. It's just also, you guys don't really have much experience with making movable up and down, effectively floodgates. So, a lot of this is pretty theoretical right now. But you definitely did a good job with the whole drawing out what the design process was.
This blueprint is Argus approved.
All right. Anyone else got anything that they would like to do to assist in this? Any assistance is good assistance. I am noting down all this stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was it?
I was just asking if there was any other ways that people wanted to help assist in this process, considering I am noting down the successes and things you guys are getting.
I mean, I guess are we ready to flood this yet? I'm not really too sure what progress we are right now. What's the current progress right now with the Like, have we gotten the main structures up, or
You guys have gotten the trenches around the farm dug, trees placed inside of those trenches, and now the gates have been designed but not yet constructed. You guys
Gotcha.
also have not currently set up anything to cause a flood.
Okay, we'll do that last, I think. I
Yeah.
think that should be
I'm just letting you know where you guys stand.
I'll probably help maybe dig out the exit. So at least when we are ready to flood it, at least the water can like, you know, leave as well. We have that set up without like without causing to flood anything anywhere else.
Well, that's
as
what the
well.
floodgates are for.
Well, no, but yeah, but like anything past the
You
floodgates.
need the
so-
water to leave.
Oh,
Yeah, because if we don't build that, well, I don't know if we will accidentally flood other parts. So let's.
Argus was very tunnel visioned on just
Yeah.
the farm. Anything outside of it is not within his jurisdiction.
Yeah, so I'm gonna probably start digging. I'm gonna start digging, so the when the water leaves, it'll go back into the river.
Jet is assisting with a schematic. At least for a floodgate. Ah, so when he doesn't have Argus hovering over his shoulder trying to direct everything and telling him to erase things and, you know, put in that fancy little spike
You're
there
acting
and
like
stuff.
Argus. You're acting like Argus supplied ones with his assistance. Don't lie about the boy. At least you didn't provide any ones.
Argus is doing his best to be a good boy.
I'm digging.
Diggy diggy hole. You're
Yes,
digging a hole.
diggy hole.
All right. So you were trying to. All right. So basically, Amos wants to have helped with the. All right. Got it. Cool. But yeah, you were trying to make schematics for a floodgate, right?
Yes. Involving the wall and such.
Yeah. All right. In that case, yeah, this schematic making process definitely goes a lot better than the previous one. It might help that because of the previous ones, you didn't have to go through as many of the whole. Okay, this is the basics that this would need, and go through revision processes trying to figure out like, okay, well, how does a gate even work? But with this one, yep, you are able to make a very coherent schematic a lot quicker than you did before.
Can you draw all of my schematics? They're better than mine.
Well, I'm just trying to be helpful. Poor little ghost puppy has no sharp claws, no body to help move things. Digging around in the ground definitely does not sit well with his electric type. The best he could do is draw and direct people.
Look, at least we aren't recommending any exposure therapy for your aversion to being in the ground.
We have one puppy scared of the water, one puppy scared of the ground. Is the other one scared of the sky?
He's
No,
not
wait.
scared of the ground, it's just feels uncomfortable. Though if you were to try and bury him in the ground, yes, he would have problems with that.
I would have problems with that. It'd bring back bad memories of the Ekans. Oh wait, I never got buried. I'm fine.
You're acting like you still wouldn't have bad memories of Raphael anyway.
I didn't because I was smart. I set a booby trap. And he said I was smart for that. I'm ignoring the part where he also said I was stupid for telling him about the trap, but...
You definitely did some things with that.
I did some things with that. Literally nothing.
You did the most things of all time with that.
Yeah.
So schematics,
Alright.
we can start working on building the thingy.
Yes, you can.
Alright, team, let's build the thingy. I don't have a name for it yet, but I didn't draw it, so Jet can name it.
Can we build it? Yes, we can!
Let's build the schematic.
Also, no, I will not be coming up with the name for it. I am not storyteller right now. That is not within my purview.
Name for what?
The thing Argus is building.
Oh.
You made the schematic, so you should name it.
Alright, I guess we could call it Argus's thing. I swear the hardest part of being a storyteller is coming up with names for things.
At times, yeah. I ain't naming this thing. You guys are making it.
It's the Watergate thingy. The Watergate scandal.
No, Tiberian, literally in the, in my campaign, there is a wall that it's a memorial wall with a bunch of names carved on it. And I made it very clear to my players that if they tried to read off the names on it and insist on figuring out all the different names, the wall would happen to fall over and squish them.
It's a very unfortunate thing.
And I will follow through on that threat if any of them attempt that.
Unfortunately, Tiberian, disaster befalls you anyway.
Yeah, you see, it fell over and shard from it just rocketed away and went straight through your spyglass, through your eye, and out the back of your head. Roll up a new
Really?
That
character.
sounds like a final destination.
It's really unfortunate that a localized explosion happened underneath it due to a freak accident launching the entire wall at you from a mile away and crushing you.
I like that
That
explanation
sounds like a
too.
Mythbusters thing.
All right. But yes. What are you guys gonna try and do next?
We're going to build the schematic.
All right.
We haven't built it yet. What's the worst that could happen? We'll build the
True.
wall and it'll work.
It'll just work. It just works. 16 times the detail on the schematic.
Yes, it just works. If the schematic's that detailed, we can't fail.
16 times the detail.
Oh wait, no, hold on. Pause. enhance.
Well, I mean, look, I know exactly where we are, Dart, but why are you bringing up pause?
We gotta enhance.
All right.
Do we need a roll to?
You will need a roll to actually do craft on it.
Then we shall roll. Come, my diggy buildy friends. Let us build the diggy, or the water gate thingy that we have not yet named. How many dice do I have? I have a lot of dice.
Take +2 from schematic. You have the
Oh.
schematic there, and you watched it get made.
That just bumps me up to a perfect 10.
As you roll exactly 110.
And 2 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You could make those 9s explode with vigor if you want to use vigor, if you have any.
I do. I have 2 points in vigor.
All right.
Explode
Whenever
nine.
you use a point on that, make sure that you mark it on your sheet over on the right.
Yes. Let me mark that. Where do I mark vigor?
There is a section. Are you on? Hold on. What version of the sheet are you on?
Oh wait, there it is. Spent attribute points. Vigor. I found it.
All right. You're also probably on the 1.3.
I might be.
Yep. There will be a new update coming out for that soon.
Okay.
Although you are a whole major version behind.
So that means my 9s explode. So that means I get 3 more dice.
Yep. And those 9s count as 2 successes now.
I got another 1.
You're still at a positive +2
4,
from
6,
vigor pushing.
8, 9. That's 6. That bumped me from a 4 to a 6.
Yep. All right. So with that, also to note, would anyone else like to be assisting him in this endeavor?
What's
Come,
this
my
for?
friends. Let us protect the
This is
farm
the
with water
craft.
gate.
So you could either assist with craft skill or with teamwork, but only one person could assist with any one method in particular.
I would assume that I'm already done with digging the trench.
Yeah, because that section has already been completed.
Okay, all right. I mean, I got 2 teamwork. I can help.
All right. 2 teamwork. Any takers on craft?
If a
For
sin were
actually
here, sin has a
building
high
the
ground.
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can Jet assist by directing from the blueprint?
He's already getting +2 from the blueprint.
Well, I mean, like, because Jet does have 3 in craft.
Oh, in that case, yeah.
Okay.
He's got the pop.
Yeah, if you have the skill, you can just assist. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was explaining how he plans to assist.
Okay.
I am just helping.
Doing great, Vector.
Thank you.
There's a lot worse you could be than generally helpful. Jet, do you want Argus to roll the 3, or do you want to roll the 3?
Go ahead. Roll them.
Oh, that was close to it.
Do those 9 still explode?
Yep. Counts as 1 roll, so.
So that adds 3 more.
It does.
Argus is large and in charge. Well, he's small and in charge. As he is being directed by Jet, who is actually in charge.
All right. Bringing that to a total of 9. Now this is a lot of hard work. Luckily, you guys aren't actually doing that much of the actual physical labor portion of this.
We're helping, but yeah.
Yep. I'm just saying a large portion of it. You guys have a lot of helpers, and that does mean that, well, you know, the helpers tend to do a lot of the physical labor. To note, even though Susanna was sprinting back and forth, literally just grabbing people for this, she is also still full of energy and helping you guys with the actual, like, physical portions of this.
Can I get what she's on?
Well, you can't get what she's on, but you can get what Jonathan's on.
A
Probably-
tree!
I'd probably not recommend either.
Oh, wait.
Oh
you
yeah,
have
for the
to-
record, Jet is also making sure that Jonathan is not moving.
Maybe we word that a little bit.
Nope. I am sticking with that wording.
Oh, poor Jonathan. We knew you well.
Jet is familiar as having been dead with the concept of being dead. He will make sure that Jonathan knows it.
Oh, Arceus.
Okay. Getting a little bit Old Testament on him.
He will be still as the grave.
It depends on the grave. If it's a zombie grave, it's not very still. It is Halloween. Or it was.
It was Halloween.
Close enough.
Okay, so you guys are able to very confidently make this contraption that you have come up with and designed, and get it installed on both ends of the I don't know. I'll just say flood foundation that you guys were making. I'm not quite sure what to actually call the thing you were making.
That is why Jet has called it Argus's thing.
Well, I'm talking about the like network of like
Argus's
tree
thing.
block things.
So it's like a fence of trees. You build it. The trench goes down a bit, then you roll the tree in, and the tree will stay stable inside the trench and still be enough above it to be a wall. That way, the water can't push it away. Because if we just rolled them up to it, it would be pushed away by the water.
Oh, I know what it is. I'm just saying I don't know what to call it.
It's kind of. It feels like we're kind of making a paddy field. You know, like how you like grow rice and you flood it.
It's a rice field.
I mean, they could grow rice on it, probably. Actually, without now thinking about it, could actually be possible.
Oh yeah, they could. But that also implies that they know what they're doing.
True.
It's
If
okay.
these people
Jet knows
know
what
they're
he's doing.
This is basically just a society of kids that were left with the few teenagers that were there as all the adults went off and are just like somehow still alive. They are not the most competent people around.
Hey, they got
Wait.
heart.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you know what? That's all that matters.
I believe in them.
You believe. Alright. So yeah, you now have that in place. That means that you have the walls, you have the gates. All that's left is to actually flood it and get rid of the water after.
Mm-hmm.
We can do this. So we want to have one gate open and the other gate closed. Preferably the
start,
right
yes.
ones.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how are you going to route the water there?
Well,
How many
that's-
extra trees we got?
Oh, you're by a forest.
We push trees into the water to make like a small little dam to reroute it. That works, right?
Okay, just to be clear, you're talking about damming an entire river with trees.
Well, more like we raise the flow by pushing trees into it.
Argus, I don't think we need to do that. We just need to redirect a portion of it. You know what? Here, I'll show you.
Argus will watch intently.
So yeah. So essentially, what I'm gonna do is like, I assume there's like, essentially what I'm gonna do is just like kind of like have a funnel, and then you know what I'm sure you know what I'm planning to do, but I'm thinking about like downstream. Essentially, I'm gonna make a path, like digging like a small trench, and then I'm gonna ask like obviously the other two to help me kind of dig this path, and essentially like kind of like narrows, and then kind of like wide. It's like more shallower, but it's like wider, so it like the water can like gently like come in and then just start like flowing into towards the farm from
All right.
downstream.
So basically, you want to side channel the river.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
All right. By the way, fun fact: that's actually how you're supposed to do things with making a dam. You make a little side channel to pull off some of the water at a time and make more and more side channels to divert more and more of the flow. And that's when you start damming things.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Argus does not note that.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, because what you were saying is push log into river until river clog.
Yeah.
That would be too much water. That would be too much water. As much as Zachary gets excited for more water, that might be a little bit too much.
I thought, the whole place would be better if it was just a swimming pool. We were trying to make rice fields, right?
No, we're just washing. We're just. But yeah, that's what I kind of like explain the other two how we're gonna do it, and I'm gonna help them, and then I'm gonna have them take the sides. Just to also note, I'm gonna have them take the sides so they don't get hit by the water, at least, or they won't, so they can get out faster. Just want to note that. I'll be taking the center because I can swim.
That's fair. I am also a rock type.
Does tend to make things slightly trickier. But yes, so you guys do have the all the Pokemon there that still are very capable of digging. So I'm assuming that you guys are going to mostly have them start digging some trenches in preparation before finally going to the river and actually doing the side channel.
Yeah, very much.
All right. In that case, no need to roll. As there already was a presence leadership roll done that was fairly successful. So again, there's some grumbling at this because this has been a lot of like hard physical labor, but they will do it, and they will do a good job.
Yeah, and I will encourage them by saying like, this is, trust me, we're at the end of the end of the tunnel here. We're almost done. We're almost done. I promise. We're almost done.
And then you can grow all the things, or at least the things that can grow.
Yeah, and then you can actually eat. Eating is good.
So we need to grow the food before they can eat it. So we'll probably need to get help from the guild until the food starts growing. But we can promise that. We were allowed to promise that.
Mm-hmm.
Apologies, but I do need to step away for a few minutes. Be back, Asa.
I mean, it is time for a break as well.
Oh, that is true.
Oh, I didn't
True.
even notice. I've been too entranced with our group effort.
I know, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I was very much like.
I'm just sitting here, just so proud of you, Beans.
I'm proud of you too.
I feel like I'm just getting an image of like Argus and Vector wearing like hard hats and like photoshopped on like like the construction of like the Hoover Dam. it's like history has
No,
been made.
We have the picture of the Hoover Dam behind us, and then we drop the picture, and it is our little makeshift.
So like a little bit, yeah. Engineering brain was activated, and my brain was very happy.
I'm the only one with a hard hat. You have a bucket.
Hard hat of the. Yes.
But yes, go everyone and take the break if you want the break.
Yes, I will be back. I am going to get an ice cream sandwich.
Yes. I'm going to take a break as well because I am a little bit hungry because I haven't eaten all
We'll go
day.
get some ice cream.
I have ice cream, but I haven't been eating it. I should eat it. BRB. Okay, never mind on the BRB. My only food currently is, unless I want to eat a whole bunch of candy, is stuff I need to cook, and that'll take a while.
Understandable.
I do kind of want pasta salad though.
I had dinner just before this and I'm hungry again.
I did not have dinner. I didn't get a break at work today. My manager's been cutting my hours, so I've been skipping breaks. But he's finally getting in trouble for it, and I'm so happy.
Nice. My boss yelled at our manager for giving us two 15-minute breaks and slashed it down to 10-minute breaks for our shifts. Notably, for the state that I work in, 10-minute breaks is the legal minimum. So he got mad at our manager for giving us 15-minute breaks and then slashed it down to the legally required minimum amount of break.
That's awful. We've got a better store owner right now. There's just one bad apple in our store. Or at least one that's been bothering me.
Understandable. Oh, that's why I'm probably hungry. I didn't actually eat anything for lunch or breakfast.
How to do it.
That would explain why my body is like, I am hungry, give me food. And I was
I
just
have-
like confused, like, I just fed you though.
I should start eating. I don't think I've eaten since... Did I eat yesterday? It might have been the day before yesterday. I don't eat very often. Unless you count candy, which I've had a few pieces.
As it does not provide much nutritional value, I will not.
It provides me enough sugar to get through the day.
Yeah, but I was saying like nutritional value.
Who needs nutritional value? I've got sugar overdose.
I think everyone needs nutritional value. I think that's a part of it.
Lies and slander.
Okay, what part about it is slandering you?
The part where it says I don't need it.
But I said that you do.
No, the part where it says the candy doesn't give me what I need. That's slander. Candy is the new superfood.
I don't think it counts as a superfood.
It's a superfood. It gives you everything you need.
What's a superfood?
Candy.
He is arguing that candy is.
Not just one type. All candy. All candy is superfood. You gotta have your variety candies. You can't just only eat Whoppers. That's unhealthy. No, you need your Whoppers plus your Hershey's plus your Ritter Sport, your Milka. Mix in a bit of Twizzlers for some fruit.
Rydjin, there are some days during university where I just had some dark chocolate for breakfast on a Saturday morning, and then just went back to bed. I am a chocoholic.
Me too. Have you
What-
had Ritter Sport?
When I was in university, I almost always had like 2 or 3 chocolates in my top drawer at any given time.
Don't worry. Most of these beans at MFF last year got to see me eat the most highly nutritious meal ever in existence.
Chocolate?
I have a photo of it. I had to take a photo of what this dude was fucking eating because it was like, bro.
I told you guys that I would do that. I said that it's a thing that I would do.
Alright, I have returned.
Welcome back.
Thank
Oh,
you, thank you.
Also, Argus, could I interest you in some candy corn on the cob?
There,
Excuse me?
I put Taldarius's delectable meal into
My
Starlight
scrumptious
chat.
meal. For those of you who cannot tell, that is croutons with ranch dressing.
Oh my gosh. Morty, I
It's,
remember
a la
you
carte.
I
Yep.
remember you showed me that.
You were there while I was eating it.
Oh, that's just why.
And then I went and got more.
I mean,
I mean, I do snack on croutons. Like,
croutons are good snacks.
They're
Yeah.
legit.
but yeah, we're like in like the expensive like hotel food buffet for dinner, and this dude comes back with a plate of croutons with ranch on it.
To be fair, I did that multiple times.
Yeah.
And I did also tell you guys earlier that day about the story about how when I was at a summer camp, I would just eat that all day, every day.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like one of the only people who never got sick from the food.
Well, that's one way to not get sick from the food. Eat the one thing that can't really make you sick.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone ignore what just got said in chat and the fact that they are currently drawing one of my bird characters.
I'm back. Sorry.
Welcome back.
Oh yes, Hatbird.
Welcome
Yes.
back, and
The dangerous one that
The
Amos should
dangerous-
definitely not meet again.
What
Yeah,
is that?
if I meet him again, he's going to kill me.
Is that gravy on tater tots?
No, that is ranch dressing on croutons.
Okay, that's
It's
not
ranch
bad.
dressing, yeah.
I was thinking gravy on tater tots, and that's like, no, ew.
Yeah,
To-
that was
to
when we
be
were all
fair-
at MFF last year.
Yeah, to be fair, this is literally a plate just filled with croutons and ranch.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I can't judge you for that. I eat pizza, cheese pizza with mustard on it.
I mean, that's fine.
look, that's fine. I have peanut butter and bacon in my sandwich.
Also, behind us, at the table behind us, there is this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so derpy. I want a hug.
Very derpy.
I want a hug. How did he eat? Oh, I know that person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would eat it for a week straight at a summer camp. That's what I would do. I would eat it for a week straight, and that would be like all I would eat, except for the fact that I would drink milk at the start of the day as well. That would be I would drink milk, eat croutons, and have ranch.
I'm not allowed too much milk anymore because I go through milk. Zim can tell you. I go through milk.
I go through more milk than anyone I have ever known.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
To
I
the
do
point
that.
where my family keeps multiple backup gallons of milk.
If I am not stopped, I will go through more than a gallon a day.
Yeah, that's where the backup comes in.
Mm-hmm.
You say as I have a small, modest glass of milk in front of me now.
Yeah,
I don't
you have
have a
what-
small glass.
Define small and modest, because for me that's like a 16-ounce drink.
Give me a 2-liter bottle, and that's small.
I have it's about a teacup size of milk. It's about 8 ounces.
I like imagining the little Seda with the teacup. Little sophisticated dart.
Dort.
Dort.
Yeah, super
Dort.
fancy with my
Raise
monocle
that pinky claw.
with my monocle and top hat.
All right.
Right.
By the way, do we have the Zim back?
You gotta
We do
raise
not
that
yet.
pinky claw.
And afterwards, we'll go down to the theater later.
I'm really hoping I can actually go to MFF this year.
I
still-
can't.
Yes, please do.
It's very much up in the air since I'm starting a new job next week. I
My
don't know if I'm
only
gonna have the
goal-
PTO or not.
My only goal is to make it to AC because I don't think I'm making it to MFF.
Yeah, my job, I wasn't able to take off from MFF this year, but the plan is next year, the moment the calendar goes over. I immediately go in and put in the PTO request, and my manager said he's going to auto approve it.
I just need the money to make the trip. That's my problem. And right now it's hard because evil manager cutting hours. But if I could get past that, then I'll make it.
I idly considered doing the same thing that I did last year, where instead of going and staying, I just straight up was like, all right, I'm gonna drive there starting at 2 a.m., arrive at the start, be there the whole day, and then drive home that same night. But I physically cannot do that on my current schedule. I would actually die.
Please don't do that.
Which
Yeah,
is why I'm
please.
not.
Please don't.
Which is why I'm not.
Dying's only good if I do it.
Zim isn't back in the next 2 minutes. We're just gonna go ahead and start some mana stuff with Adam.
Till then, we can start a tea party.
Now you're gonna make me want to go get tea.
I mean, that's my job. I have so many varieties of tea. In two different countries.
I'm still new to tea. I've only had a few, and not too many that I like.
I gotta introduce you to some of my teas.
I'm very extremely picky about my teas.
What do you actually? Here's a question: what do you not like about teas?
I don't like when they're really, really bitter. So, like, I like the Chinese green leaf tea with sugar, because that one doesn't taste bitter as much as leafy. And I like the leafy. I don't like the bitter. That probably makes no sense.
Makes perfect sense. I have the perfect tea I'd like for you to try.
I do know I like a lot of my energy drinks are like black tea with a fruit.
Ooh, okay. I have two wonderful teas for you to try. They're actually two of my personal favorite tea blends.
I need more to try more teas. I need more tea recommendations.
There's a tea blend that unfortunately they don't make anymore. But I did get like one of the last few bags of it when I could. That's called Queen of Hearts. It's a green tea that has added hibiscus, pomegranate, blueberry, dragon fruit, strawberry, apple, pineapple, orange, verbena, rosehip, and rose in it. It is very fragrant. It has a good aroma to it. Very smooth. That fruity sweetness kind of cancels out that slight bitter from the hibiscus and the green tea. It's a very smooth tea. Sweetheart, I think I gave you that at one point.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, and it's really good.
Sounds good.
And the other one that I'd recommend is one that sweetheart, I think you've also had the full moon fruit, right?
Yes, that was really, really good as well.
Yep, that one is still available. It's a black tea blend that has added strawberry, pomegranate, cranberry, raspberry, papaya, green tea, rosehip, and safflower in it. It has a very it almost described like a very soft autumn kind of vibe to the aroma. Again, like those fruity notes do a lot to cancel out the bitterness of the black tea.
Yeah, and it's not overwhelming as well.
I don't know about autumn because I'm more of a spring summer person, but I do like fruits. I love fruit.
Purple dragon though could also work.
I do like dragons, especially purple dragons.
Hi.
Yep.
Right.
Hold on. Purple dragon. I have it right here. It's actually not quite a tea. It's a tisane or tisane. I'm not quite sure how I pronounce it, and I don't care. I just drink this stuff. But it actually is a blend that doesn't really actually have any tea blend in it. It's just lemongrass, dragon fruit, hibiscus, apple, rosehip, butterfly pea, pineapple, light pea, strawberry, mango, marigold, and chamomile. And it actually does legit look purple.
That sounds fun more than anything else.
Yep. Actually, did you try some at AC? Because I believe I brought the purple dragon that year.
No, you didn't. I didn't get to.
Put the dart in the teacup. No, Raicha, not again.
Put the dragon in the teacup.
No, don't put the dart in the teacup, not again. But yeah, no, overall, typically when people think of teas, they either think of your typical Earl Grey or English breakfast. I definitely like going towards a lot more of those fruity aromatic teas. So, you could still have a black, green, or white tea base, but then you add in a lot of fruits just to kind of make it a lot smoother, without necessarily making it sweet. Then again, I'd still dump a boatload of honey into it anyway, because hey, tea should be fun to drink.
I just drink a lot of black tea.
Yes. And Abby makes the best tea.
Melt the Abbey?
Oh, no, look, when we were both sick with COVID, he bought like a tub of honey, and like I think like in the 2 days I was there, like 3/4 of the honey jar was gone.
Yeah, honey. Yeah, honey tea is a very, very simple. It's very, very simple, and it's
It was
it's
so good. It was like I'm like dying, and it's like this tea brings me life.
yeah. It just If you're ever sick and your throat feels like it is like itchy or whatever, just grab like I would say 1/3 honey, and the 2/3 hot water mix, and then that should be enough to like remedy most like throat irritation.
So what you're
Um,
saying is you just need it to be sweet.
No,
You
no, no, no,
do
no, no.
make the best tea.
You don't want it overly
Because
sweet
you're
because that would
sweet.
be overwhelming. Yeah, you want it
Oh.
just be like just good enough. So because if you overdo it, it gets too sticky and it actually irritate it more, and the honey will kind of coagulate it essentially that area. You don't want that. You want it
Oh,
to be.
I have that already. Yeah, that would be double bad.
Yeah, you don't want that. So you want to just to
It-
kind of keep it, keep it 2/3 water, 2/3 hot water, 1/3 honey. That's enough to like you'll have the medicinal effects of honey, but not the stickiness of it to irritate the throat.
It's currently at the point of the year where it's cold enough that my throat just always has this sticky film in it.
Mm-hmm.
I am a broke tiger. I am all broken and can barely function as a human being / fur being.
May I interest you? May I interest you? I can English. May I interest you
Sure.
in the Fountain of Youth organic tea?
Ah, I would love some of that.
Also, we should probably get started again.
Okay, sorry.
Where's the Zim?
We do not have the Zim, but we had, it did reach the point in which I said if we don't have it back yet, we're just gonna get started on small stuff anyway.
Fair.
Which means time to open up the floor for some in-character side conversation stuff as you guys are working on all of this.
Should we get a ribbon so we can like cut the ribbon on the build? That's a thing, right?
I don't think we need to do that.
But
But
it would be cool.
I mean, do we have ribbon around here that we could use?
No. Can you make ribbon?
I know I can't.
I definitely can't.
And I sure don't want to go through Sin's stuff to to do that.
Sin probably has ribbon. Argus is looking over in that direction.
And you just see Sin T-posing.
Argus is
But-
now scared of Sin. Keep posing for dominance. The fear is great. Well, if we
Well,
don't
you do
have-
know that if there is a place where you could get ribbon, it is probably back in Iron Valley at one of the many shops, or you could always make the trek all the way back to Starlight to go and talk to that one clothing shop owner. That
You know what? We can always
jumped
wait. We'll just have a grand grand opening later
Yeah.
after
Good.
we open it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
It'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong?
Shut up, voice in my head. You're gonna make things go bad.
All right. But yeah, you guys have a bunch of the. Sorry, I was trying to think. Yeah, but so you have a bunch of like the workers and helpers and stuff around. But then I also got caught up because I was about to say, and Suzanne and Jonathan, but also they were kind of helping, except Jonathan wasn't. But that's because you were telling him not to.
Yeah, he's not allowed.
He's not
If
allowed
we put
to
him
help.
if we put him on his back, is he unable to get up?
He's kind of like stuck laying against a tree right now, anyway, because that's where Susanna left him.
Okay. I was just wondering if that would be a good way to keep him from helping. Just, put him upside down like a turtle.
It would probably be fairly uncomfortable for him.
It's just, fair.
Imagine being a turtle and having to lie on the back of your shell for like hours.
This is my life now. It sucks. Poor Jonathan. How do turtles do it? I have only respect for turtle kind.
Well, it helps that it's the only life he's ever known. He was born a Squirtle and is now a war turtle.
And one day he'll have cannons.
One day he will have cannons.
If he
Hopefully,
survives that
if he
long.
makes it that far, yeah.
We're working on it. We just need to get the farm going and then get food from the guild until the farm's working and probably some supervision for you guys. I'm not allowed to
You guys also
supervise.
made it so that way he was not going to be permanently like crippled from his injuries.
That is also good.
Provided the one wounded stack he has right now isn't left for like an egregiously long time.
We just need to fix it. Which, if we get help from the guild and supervision for them, because I'm not allowed to supervise, then he should be good, right?
But yes, do any of you want to have any conversations with the with either each other or the NPCs that are around?
I'm trying to think.
You can also ask me questions about things and stuff in general.
I'm very proud. Does anyone else look proud of what we've done? Or do they just look like they're done with this crap?
I feel like in the time, like, out of character, I feel like in the time that we're just kind of waiting for Zim to get back, like, I don't think I'd be making, like, the small talk at this point. We have a job to do.
That's fair. If it does help, if he's not back in the next, like, 3 minutes, I'm just gonna move on. Because, well, the show does kind of have to go on.
The show must go on. I wonder where he went. Maybe
probably to deal with like medicine stuff.
I thought maybe he fell in the river, and we'll find him when we open up the pathway. Flooded into the.
I don't think Jet would appreciate being lost in the water for a while.
He'll be fine.
I don't think he wants to go through the Dart TM experience.
It's an experience.
An
You
experience.
sell that.
Yeah.
Wait, it's very marketable.
Oh no, I don't think we want to be selling this experience. There's going to be a lot of papers we have to sign.
Every time someone does the experience, we also send Dart on the experience too. He is the tour guide for the
Sorry
experience.
about that, everybody. I'm back.
Hey,
welcome back.
I'm just being evil. Argus's villain crime type path.
So, I'm guessing you guys were just waiting for me. Sorry about that.
We were doing like small talk stuff. A little bit of character interaction stuff.
Sadly, we have no ribbon to cut.
There is no grand opening ribbon.
I tried.
But yes, you guys are actually fully flooding the place.
Yes.
But before I go ahead with that, just a last minute check. Is there anything anyone would like to do in relation to this whole thing before the water is released?
Get to the high ground.
Last few double checks to make sure everything's stable.
All right.
Amos is
with
gonna
your-
stand in front of the gate and welcome the water to
Oh no!
treat it like a water slide.
Amos is gonna burn the water.
I'm just gonna yell, I'm ready to start whatever.
We're gonna do it.
Amos is gonna like stand on his hind legs in front of the gate and yell, "Hit me with it!"
I will say this does not seem like the most recommended thing to do.
Amos has been, everyone's been working outside. It's a good way to cool off.
Amos just gets hit by the move surf.
All right. Well, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this. So.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh no. Should I tie a rope to Amos just in case? We don't want him to get swept down the river.
If you want to do it quick. I want to see this flooded.
Okay. Argus is going to try to tie a rope around Amos and then get back to safety.
Amos, people are attempting to put a rope around you.
Fine, if you must.
Yes, I must. It is for your own safety. I'm going to go back up to the safety outside of where the water's going to be while holding tightly to the rope. I'm not just going to let it sit there. That would be funny.
That would be funny, though.
Tie the rope. Okay, you're good. Throw the rope.
All right. In that case, the water will be released. Amos, please make me a physical integrity check.
Yeah, I saw this coming.
Well, yes. What else would happen from this? What possible other thing could even happen?
The water parts before him like Moses.
How do I do this check?
It's just going to be body, expertise, and integrity. That's all it is. Very simple. Oh. I think Amos is going to get swept away, guys.
Oh no.
I got him on a rope.
I know.
I'm just like just imagining like the water as you just see Vector. It's like, oh no.
He stands defiantly and immediately goes.
But yeah, Amos, as you stand in front of all of this water waiting, you are going to get almost immediately swept away with where this water is rushing to, which is thankfully into an enclosed area, and there is a rope that someone else is holding. Argus, you are holding the rope, so make me that physical athletics.
Oh no, I might need help.
I like how you thought about the fact that you should get a rope around him and help him, but not the fact that you were the one holding the rope.
So that's body and expertise.
Body, expertise, athletics.
Oh no, that's not much.
No, it is not. Argus, guess where you're going?
I'm gonna have to go save them, don't I?
Oh, you know it.
Dart's just from the high ground, just face pawing so hard.
All right, I'm gonna slide my way down with the current. I'm gonna go help them.
All right, Argus, you see Amos get swept away, and you are holding on to that rope because you were gonna help the Fwen, even if he's crime type.
It's just that scene from Mulan where Mulan goes down the thing, she shoots the arrow, and it lands in the guy's hand. Look down, yoink.
Basically. And then, just before it happens, you realize, wait, you're holding the rope. And the rope pulls you.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna make my way down. I'm gonna swim and gonna help them. I'm gonna get them out.
Amos, screaming, getting interrupted by garbled underwater screaming sounds.
Understand. So, you were going to be helping them there, Vector.
Yep.
Go ahead and make that athletics.
Yep. All right, here we go. 6, 7, 8.
You know what? I will give you -1 difficulty due to just being water type. So those 6s will count.
Those 6s are at 1, 2. So that is okay. So 2, 3, 4. Right?
Yep, that would be a 4.
He's lifeguard type.
Yep. With those 4 successes, you are going to like the water is rushing pretty fast, but that was expected. That was in fact actually most of the point is that the water would go pretty fast, so that way it would pull as much of this away as it could. And getting a hold of either one of them is actually looking to be a bit of a tricky thing. So instead, you just grab the rope and start using the rope to pull both of them towards the side of the current, where you're basically able to help them get up onto the banks of the like cut-in trench that was dug.
Thank you, Vector.
I just give a little bit of a pet. It's like pet to both. It's like next time don't stand in the water, Amos, and I guess, well,
someone else can hold the rope.
Yeah, you tried.
That was awesome. Can I go again?
No.
Can I push him in?
No, Argus. Bad Argus. And also Amos, no.
On a Dart experience.
Now I'm face palming.
Amos shakes because he is very soggy doggy.
This was expected, yes.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna
wait. Actually, no. Before he shakes, he walks next to Dart and then shakes.
I'm on the high ground.
He's gonna go seek you out to shake next to you on purpose.
Yeah, I'm seeking you out, Dart.
That's the high ground.
I have the high ground, Amos.
You okay, Amos?
Yeah, shakes.
That. Was that really necessary?
Yeah, well, you're staying up all here in the sun. It helps cool you off.
Uh, just hope this is working.
It looks like it's working. You got a giant torrent of water rushing through the place.
Well, we need to let it fill up a bit, and then we can pull open the other gate.
The water is rushing in, and while the walls are helping, there is still a good amount of water that like sloshes out.
Oh no! I should have built bigger walls.
They are only about like a little bit over half a tree tall, so
the water's escaping a bit. Oh no!
Oh, yeah, I mean, we should probably open the gate.
Yeah, let's open the gate. Open the gate.
Pull the lever, Argus.
Dart goes down a hole.
Wrong lever.
Argus will now pull the right lever. Is there a lever?
All right. So yes, you would be able to open up the second floodgate and watch as a lot of the water that's been pooling immediately rush out the other end through another ditch that was dug there. Because, water wants to find the lower point, and if you want to actually clear it out, the exit point needs to be lower than the rest of it.
Yeah. That's the smart way to do it.
Yep.
And we did smart, I think.
Yeah,
I
you
hope.
did. You did, because you guys rolled well, so you're doing smart things automatically.
Yay!
So, yeah, you guys would be able to watch as, the buildup of water, goes ahead and drains out. And, well, you never actually closed the first gate, so there's just now, like, a stream of water rushing through.
Yeah, let me close that up. I'll close that. He's gonna, Vector's like gonna dive back down.
letting it stream through for a bit will wash away the salt, right?
Yeah, that's the whole point. But I'm gonna just close it halfway, just so it doesn't.
Oh,
limit the
control the flow.
Yeah.
You're smart.
I'm like, as I'm swimming, and like I'm just kind of like gauging like how much water we need to before like I need to fully close it. But I'm gonna like keep it half closed, so.
Understandable.
We've also built an irrigation system if we just fine tune it a bit.
You have,
Pretty
yes.
much. Yeah, pretty much. That's what I said. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
We've improved.
But yeah, like I assume like this is enough, right? Like I'm sure like it's safe enough to stop the flow essentially.
Oh yeah, like not all of the salt is gone because you'd actually have to let it run for like quite a while to get rid of all the salt.
Gotcha. But
the salination levels have mostly been fixed, so things can actually start.
Gotcha. I'll let essentially I'm gonna leave it half closed for now, just so it can finish off the salination. But I'm like keeping an eye out. I'm like keeping track of the time and like the amount, just so like it doesn't erode too much or wash too much of the soil essentially.
Though isn't the silt from riverbeds really good, and it would be washing some of that into it, and
Yeah, but also this is an extremely high fertility location anyway, so.
True.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, my mind's just going to Chinese rice fields again.
But yeah, but at the moment I'm
you
just
guys don't want to grow rice.
But yeah, but yeah, like I said, I'm just like I'll close it up as like once I'm able to tell that we need to close it up.
It does take a little bit, but you would eventually reach the point in which you would deem it reasonable and safe to close it, and you would.
All right.
And now you can grow things again.
Well, we'll have to till it for a while, but we'll have to till it, but at least it's actually usable now.
I'm very proud of us because we are awesome.
And you watch the last of the water drain away.
Is that? All
And now we
right.
have really wet dirt.
You do have effectively just a lot of mud now.
But
And,
hey,
and you
We'll
know,
let it dry.
nope. I think this is the perfect time just to test our work. It's gonna walk down, lick the mud.
oh, the vector. Sorry, I'm getting confused. Sorry. No, don't lick the dirt. It's
Bad dog.
We gotta see if it's still salty.
Oh, okay, fair.
I mean fair, but
Actually, walked up like, blem 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 blem. May I make an investigation check with my licking of the mud to see if it's still salty?
My
You
God.
may.
Look, I assure you this is purely scientific and not just because I'm a ground type.
Sure. I'm a rock type, and you don't see me eating rocks.
Yeah, there's only a rock.
No, instead you
there's
look
only
at...
one rock that he cares about, and he hasn't found the ore yet.
I do have my meteorite that I care about.
Actually, no, I'm gonna soul that one.
You really just wanted to have more than one success on this.
I did.
All right. Looking at the mud, you first of all, it's mostly just mud. Like it's basically a giant area filled with mud. It tastes like mud. You're detecting notes of mud.
It's like
as you sniff a couple hints of mud.
yes, we're just going to like describe the features of this like mud like we're describing a fine wine.
Yes.
It's like, yes, this mud has some very nice earthy tones. Quite light and watered down. Yes, this is good to know. It is
Yes.
mud. It's not salty mud, it is mud.
It is mud.
well, and I just kind of like go to Suzanne and to Jonathan. It's like, well, that's pretty much it. There's nothing really much else to do, but now we just kind of have to you just have to kind of wait for it to get to have the field dried up, and well, now you have a bit of an irrigation. Now you can actually water the plants, water the farm and all that stuff. So, yeah. Well, that's pretty much a good field, all nice and washed.
Now we just need to get you seeds and food from the guild.
Mm-hmm. And
And
also,
you're sure that things will actually grow here again?
Yeah.
well, yeah. Well, definitely, I would say it's much better than than it was before.
So did what was the? Because there was something that they mentioned, and he's gonna like go back into like looking like he was thinking about something. Doo-doo. Oh, nice. He rolled pretty well, actually.
Oh,
And he's gonna go. So did like the water get rid of the curse or something?
it wasn't a curse.
Well, that's what they said they'd do. They said they were gonna curse the farm. Yeah, that's what
just
they
put
said they
salt
were
on it.
going to do.
They just put salt in it.
Probably that was. Probably that curse was just the salt.
Oh. What does that mean? You can curse people with salt?
What?
No.
What? I'm, you know what? I'm not gonna argue on this one. All I'm gonna say is that the farm is now usable. You may just have to give it a little bit of time for it to dry. So you don't want to. I don't know if you want to put the seeds in this condition at the moment, but all we have to do is just kind of let it dry and dry up a little bit, and should be, then once essentially once the field isn't, mud, you should be able to start planting, no problem. After that.
Mhm. Also, can you guys tell what the gimmick of the other kind of alabaster gleam was? The third one?
Dart's
Yeah,
taking
attack
notes.
and
Like
curse.
Dart just pulling out his notebook and just like taking some notes.
Because you had one that was one that was pretending to be you know different kinds of other things. That's what this one was pretending to be. That there was a curse going around.
Did by any chance they told them? Did they tell you about like curses and saying that they're the only ones that will be able to lift the curse or something?
Oh
By any
yeah, and
chance?
that if we didn't do certain things, then there would be a curse on our farm and all that. And they said that they were going to do something about that. Wait, was it them cursing it? It might have been them cursing it, or them fixing the curse, or doing a different one, or
Yeah. Victor's gonna facepalm. It's like, the classic alabaster bleed. All right, don't listen to them. Whatever curse there is no curse. It's just them making it up so you can believe it.
They're making it up so they could take
Alabaster-
advantage of you.
Alabaster's gleams. It seems their MO is to make shit up to have control over people. They go into
Yeah.
towns with some either some illness or curse or whatever.
They'll cause
say that
problems
they're the
to
ones
say
to,
yeah.
and they're the ones with the cure, whatever the hell.
Yeah, they did it over to another town that we encountered with, and they poisoned the well, and they said they got the cure for the poison, and yeah, it's
They were the one poisoning.
it's a bit, as you can see, it's yeah, Victor's just trying to rub his head from the pain of remembering that what happened to to that tower. It's just like
One thing there's one part that still doesn't fit in with the rest of all that. You guys, you remember well, not you, Vector. This was before we met you, but you guys remember what happened at that first house we were at? Amos will find something to knock, 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 tap, tap, tap.
Argus is
On.
immediately going to like bolt and hide behind the biggest person around.
I guess you are the biggest person around.
So Argus will hide behind the second biggest person around.
And then there's Amos will kind of grin seeing Argus's reaction. And then Amos will also say, and then there was what happened at that carnival with whatever the hell that thing was.
Well, the
Yes.
carnival was the same as what was at the house doing that stuff.
Yeah, what the hell was that? We never... We figured out what they were doing with the, the poisoning of people and stuff, but what the hell was that?
Something.
They took the crystal. Did you guys have like a special crystal thing?
A what?
A special crystal thing.
No, I don't think so. No, we didn't have anything like that given to us. We didn't steal anything like that. No, I don't think we had anything like that at all.
Oh. Then maybe they were just being mean. They do that.
I guess the question is, what did they ask of you to do to prevent the curse? Quote unquote curse.
Well, supposedly we had to find some kind of item.
In the runes.
Did they mention what kind of item?
They did. He's gonna think. I know they mentioned it at some point. Just don't remember what exactly it was.
Maybe it could be something that's in the runes. That Sin and Vector found.
Sin and Dart.
Sin and Dart. I know what I said. All puppy types are the same.
One thing I will remind you guys that is a thing that's kind of been mentioned before is that if you don't have one of those crystals around, the weather after a little bit tends to go absolutely insane, and this place seems pretty idyllic.
Which means the crystal's still hidden here. They never found the runes. If it's in the runes. But I would assume that's where it would be.
And Amos did at least notice, if not let everyone else know, that you didn't see any churches in the town.
But there was the stained glass in the ruins.
The building, the ruined building,
Yeah.
that did have stained glass in it.
Guys, I think I know where the crystal is.
Well, we were going to investigate that site after we were done here.
Yeah. Best we, after we finish up what we're doing here, we give that place at least a quick look.
And we should probably send some people to the guild so that we can alert them.
We're definitely not splitting up from here.
I don't recommend splitting up right now.
I mean, we don't have to split up. We can
Maybe
let
we can find
some of
someone
the we can let some of the villagers who've been going out know how to find the guild, and then they can request help.
we can send a messenger.
Yeah.
Oh, and Amos turns to Vector holding a slightly animal-shaped figure that Amos had quickly made out of mud. Oh, and if you were wondering what happened at the carnival, Amos shows you the vaguely Pokemon-shaped mud figure, and then just rips it in half in front of you.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
That would be the clean version of what happened.
And he's not exaggerating. The mud is cleaner.
Okay. Makes so that's why I see why you don't really talk about the carnival. 'Cause I remember asking him once about it, and you were very hesitant. I
We
see
don't
why.
talk about carnivals. No,
I
no.
see
We
why.
don't talk about.
You don't mention the carnival incident,
Despite
despite Amos now having mentioned it twice.
no, that is fair. That is fair.
I mean, one time he mentioned it was when he was with the other group
With
with
Lick.
Blue Light.
Yeah, Lost in Chaos. Yeah.
Yeah. Chomper was very shooketh.
To be fair, Chomper is very shooketh about many things.
Is
Oh, yeah.
Chopper just an Argus in a different
No.
form?
Well, no, but kind of in some aspects. Basically, any mention of death, destruction, extreme injury.
Ah. He is Argus when Argus is not mad.
Mm-hmm.
No me gusta el carnival.
Dart's gonna kind of just take some notes down and ponder, just be like, might be worth just thinking about how all this could potentially be connected later.
We do need to let the guild know, because they're going to need food and help sooner than the food can grow. And if there's a crystal, there's going to need a guard before the alabaster gleam comes back. Because if they didn't find it, they're going to come back.
So I guess it seems like we're a bit of a kind of race against time here.
And we can't take it away, because then that'll ruin their farm.
Hmm.
And we did all that work. So
That's true.
the best we can do is try to protect it.
Oh, and wait, who did we have here that we were asking questions again?
Well,
Jonathan.
there's Jonathan here. Yeah.
Okay, I just forget which townsfolk. I'll say, oh, Jonathan. I noticed you had a warehouse type building in town. Do you mind having one of your people show me it, so I can see just how much supplies you guys have left, so we can have an idea of how much stuff we're probably gonna have to request from our guild to help you guys out until your food starts growing.
I will go with you on that. As he gives a squint at Amos.
Don't trust the crime type.
You guys have been rather helpful to him, so he'll just go. I mean, Sure, I guess. I mean, I don't really. I guess that makes sense.
We swear we won't let Amos take anything.
Wait, why would he take anything?
Jet just face paws.
I wouldn't take anything.
Jet squints
Amos
at
is gonna-
Amos.
Amos smacks Argus in the back of the head with his paw.
Ow!
Jet is scratching an X in the ground.
What?
Would you like to elaborate on this, or?
Oh, well, I mean, I guess I could. Press X to doubt.
Oh. That took. I didn't understand at all. I thought you were like, one strike, Argus.
Oh no, this is all on, this is all in regards to,
Amos.
Amos. For very good reason.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Also, the person that you are basically convincing to let you look at all this stuff is someone who was in a coma for the past 8 days.
But he's in charge.
Oh yeah, I'm just letting you know. You are currently asking someone who was passed out in a coma to be allowed to do this, Amos.
Yep.
I will say Jet does see the value in actually taking stock of what they've got. He just does not believe Amos's intentions are actually
Pure.
pure.
Yeah, no, Amos doesn't care how much they have. Amos just wants to see what's in that building.
Let's just gotta get that crime type fix.
Just a little bit of crime as a treat.
Just a little bit. As a treat.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little
For
bit
the
of crime as a
record,
treat.
Jet will not be taking his eyes off of Amos.
How are you gonna count everything they got? If
He
your
will
eyes are
wait
on you?
until Amos leaves.
Ah. That is smart.
Honestly reasonable, too. Pretty reasonable.
And if Amos gets even close to any particular supplies or anything, Jet will stop him. So
You
no
know he's
attempts
gonna
at
do
sleight
that
of
to
hand or
try.
anything.
He's going to do that just to get on your nerves now.
That is very likely. But yes, you would technically get permission for this because he's not going to stop you from doing it.
Because we're trying to help. We're going to save the day.
And, you know, you're asking this of a someone who just woke up from a coma.
That too.
And notably has current memory issues.
And we, Mr. Jonathan, we should see about getting a message sent to the rescue team, or to the
I'm
thing,
thinking of the guild.
the guild. Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, if only there was a way we could just send a message back quickly.
Do you have any bird types?
I mean, I could try to fly there. And it shouldn't be hard, right? I mean, we just went down the road.
True, but I thought we didn't want to split up.
Hmm. Do they have coffee? Or a lot of sugar? A lot of candy?
Both of you do
Would-
assume that would last at all, considering they're going through a famine.
Also, the
Yeah,
fact
but
that
now I'm just
none of them are older than
imagining
teenagers.
literally giving Vector coffee is the same as you guys have seen Over the Hedge, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
The squirrel, yeah. The world just stops.
Gosh, I love the skunk character in the movie.
She was certainly full of sass.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, what are you guys gonna decide to do about that?
About getting the message out?
Yeah.
I could try to shoot a message to them, but I don't know if it can go that far.
You are miles away.
It probably can't go that far. Do we want to try splitting up and then get together before we enter the ruins?
That much is certain. We're not going into that structure with it being split up. But
We could have some of the group stay here to help, and the others go back to the guild to get food and resources we need, and possibly adult supervision.
I don't mind being the only one doing it. I think I can handle it. And besides, it would be just in case if Alabaster Gleam does show up here. I think it's best if you all have the full force at least, or at least most of the force. That is, while I try. Because I don't know, because like I can travel pretty light.
Fair. I guess it would be faster if you went alone, but not so much safer, because what if Alabaster Gleam catches you?
I mean, it's not gonna help because I'm just gonna have to be really fast then.
Well,
Slaps on goggles.
I can't deny that it's the you going back to the guild on your own would be the quickest and ensure the safety of everyone here in the village, but just do hope you understand the risks.
Yeah, no, I know.
I don't like the idea of anyone going alone.
I don't either, but it might be the safest way, because we can't just leave them all alone here if Alabaster Gleam comes back for the crystal. And we're going to need reinforcements.
Vector, do you think you can fly that much faster than if we traveled light and ran back to the guild?
I will say when you guys sprint using special movement, you instead travel at 3 times instead of 4 times. And Vector's fly speed is slower than his run. It's just also he doesn't have to worry about obstacles and can go straight there.
Yeah, I could go.
You could do a
that's the
straight
thing.
line instead
Exactly.
of
Yeah,
following
that's
the path.
and that's the kind of the reason why I'm like, that's why I would be technically faster because I can take shortcuts.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know that it wouldn't be a clear as day. It would be a bit closer.
Still might be faster than any one of us, though.
Yep. I'm just saying it won't be like a
Yeah.
massive time. It would be faster. Just you know.
Well, it's up. It's up to you. I mean, I
Well,
don't. I will
technically,
not.
it's up to you since you're the one who would be in danger.
I'll be more than happy to take the risk because this is more than just us. You know, it's also with them. They have no food. They have, you know, Alabaster Bleed may be back here soon, and they're not as experienced as, well, as
Those
the
of us still
grown-ups.
here could set up traps like Raphael taught us.
Exactly. I think yeah.
Unfortunately, I think splitting up probably is the best option. Just be safe about it, Vector.
I will.
Be very safe. And hide your badge just in case.
Yeah, I already tucked it. It's like, don't worry. I already have. I'll be safe. I have like kind of hiding my badge in one of the pouches.
You think Vector would have it just out and about? That causes drag, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about
Yeah,
those
that wouldn't be very arrow at all.
It's not very
So do
aerodynamic.
goggles.
So un-arrow.
And so does a bag.
Yeah. But also, this is also a good time for me to really put my flight into the test, to the test here.
You want my lucky stick for good luck?
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. And besides, it is your lucky stick after all.
Yeah, but you might need the luck more.
He just taps the goggles. It's like oh, don't worry. I got my lucky goggles.
Okay.
Well, I guess we're settled with this, right?
Looks
look
like it.
I mean,
We
look if you.
won't do. Sorry.
I mean, look if you want someone to run with you, I'll run with you.
It's gonna be, I don't know.
But I think that's ultimately your choice. If you feel like you can get there faster by flying,
I can only say that if you can catch up, I'll be more than happy to have the company. But just to let you know, we can't afford to slow down.
Hmm.
Yes, we might kind of need you here, Dirt, because you got all the earthy stuff. That would be very good for helping build pitfalls and other traps. And, sensing if the bad guys are coming.
Hmm.
Because you said it was like a ground type move that spread the salt, right?
The best that I could detect, yes.
Hmm.
Then that means they got a ground type, which means maybe they'll try to dig their way here.
Yeah. But I think if I would say I think you should probably stay here, Dart, then. Because we're gonna need, because if they do come to Alabaster Gleam and they do know if they're gonna be coming from the ground, you're gonna be the only one to be able to sense it. I don't think anything underground is gonna come after me if I'm flying.
That is also true.
But like I said, I'll be more than happy to take the risk. I just want to make sure you're okay with that. More importantly, I just hope that you're okay with all of that.
I don't think anything that you can say will make me entirely okay with it, but I trust your judgment.
Yeah. Have a look. Sometimes you gotta leave it to fate. And besides, I'm pretty good. I would say I'm pretty good in quicking. I'm pretty quick on my feet.
Good luck.
I gotta give like. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna give a little hug to Vector.
I love you.
I love you too.
I was about to say just like I'm gonna like give everyone a hug. I'll be back before you know it.
I know it. You're not back yet.
You know what I mean.
Look,
I can hope.
just be careful. Keep an eye out for anything. Don't take any risks. Just get there as fast as you can. Try to get back as fast as you can. And if we don't hear back from you by the end of tomorrow, we'll find you.
Sounds good. All right. Well, off I go. All right. Catch you on the flip side. And just
Good luck, Vector.
he just like gets its ready position, and he's like gonna kick off, and he's gonna like take off towards back to the back to town.
All right. In that case, I think that is probably the best place to leave it. Daylight savings, so time went back.
Time on.
What's the Victor? What's
It
the
would be
Victor vector?
2:30.
Next
Where's
time
the
on
victory still?
Starlight, we
Oh.
Vector solo adventure.
What's the Victor vector? Too many clarets.
What? I don't get it.
Airplane joke. Airplane
Oh,
joke.
I wouldn't know. I'm not a plane dragon that often.
Oh, I'm gonna have to fix that.
I've only been one once.
Well, we're gonna he said we're gonna have to fix that.
Exactly.
Plane dragon again.
Also, insert the post-credit scene. It's like he does know where he's going, right?
Did he go the wrong direction?
I very much went to the right direction. I
You
I
weren't
hear
supposed to go right, you were
that.
supposed to go left.
Watch it.
You
Watch it.
say
Like
west?
Heading out west.
just imagine you said that. He turns around and then realizes that you were wrong, and that was actually going in the right direction.
And then as soon as he's off screen, he gets picked off by Alabaster Green.
You just see a missile. Just like
He gets
just
shot down.
You just see a missile. Just like.
It's just like that one meme video of the how to use a roundabout.
Yes, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, just just simply you get onto a Typhoon Eurofighter.
Yeah.
I don't know that meme.
Don't worry, it's okay. It's all part of learning a roundabout.
I just keep thinking that one movie, that haunted house movie where it's scientists doing all the scaring so that they can summon ancient ones or whatever, and the guy who tries to escape by jumping the gorge and smacks into that wall and immediately dies after this epic sequence. You know that one?
No, unfortunately.
What was it called? It was like Cabin in the Woods. That's the movie.
I know that's a movie, but I think of a very different thing every time I think of Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, okay,
I
gotcha.
was thinking of the scene where the guy's like, I'm gonna go get help. I'm gonna bring the cops. I'm gonna bring the FBI. I'm gonna bring the Navy, and then jumps the gorge, smack into the wall after all this epic music, and die.
My brain's going to a very different
That
Cabin in the
movie was
Woods.
Something else.
Yeah, I was about to say that. That's what I was saying exactly. I was like, I think of a very different Cabin in the Woods.
And now I'm curious of like how many different Cabin in the Woods we're all thinking of.
I'm thinking of Arania. Also, I posted the is your car safe from super maneuverable air defense fighter aircraft?
I mean, if you have a goalkeeper, then yes.
Also, Vector is going to war. He's going to war against his ADHD to tippy tappy instead of fly. Can Can he stop tippy-tapping long enough to make it there? I'm sorry, Vector.
Ah,
Yes. Should we let Zim end it off?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight for Starlight New Dawn Scar. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They are on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to help out the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, going and checking out my friends who also stream. Consider also grabbing some merch over at zgfgaming.store. But for now, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh,
Vector, you're
boy.
clear for takeoff.
Roger, Roger.
Argus will hold 2 sticks and do the little aircraft maneuver thing.
Gosh, launching Vector off of aircraft carrier.
Yes, just this tiny little puppy just getting launched from an aircraft carrier catapult.
I want to make a vector catapult now. High speed launching.